Hello, you're welcome back. My name is Harrison, and I'm about to plot the graph of the table of values I formed in my last video. So let's start. After the plotting, I'll answer the questions, and that will bring us to the end of the question. So we already have the table completed. We are now going to follow the scales given and then to plot the graph. So let's start. We are told that 2 cm to 1 unit on the x-axis and then 2 cm to 5 units on the y-axis. Okay. As I said earlier, when I treated the other graph questions, I told you that if you are using your graph sheet, you'll be more accurate. So when x is minus 2, y is 19. Minus 2, 19. Let's take this to represent that. Then when x is minus 1, y is 9. Minus 1, y is 9. So let's take 9 to be here. And when x is 0, y is 3. X is 0 on y-axis, while y is 0 on x-axis. So where do we have 3? Let us assume that it is here. Then when x is 1, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 3. When x is 3, y is 9. And then when x is 4, y is 19, as we can see. And as I said earlier, if you are using your graph sheet, you are going to have accurate values. For instance, I have my own here, and that's the graph I have already drawn. So this is the shape of my own. So let's move on. Now we are going to connect the points using either broomstick or French curve. Broomstick or French curve, or you can use a freehand. With practice, you can get it right. So let's start. So this is how it will look like. Then the next thing is for us to check. The next thing is for us to go back and answer the question. It said, find the gradient of the curve at x equals to 3. X equals to 3, that is at this point. You have to draw a line that passes through here. And then, so let us take this, for instance. And then we take this. So for this place, for this point, I can call this A. For this point, you have x1, y1, and then at this point, you have x2, y2. So, because the gradient, to find gradient, let me call this A, let me call this the end point B. So I can say that gradient of AB is equal to y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. From what my own graph, I have my x1, y1, I have 16. So this one from my own graph, I have 16 minus 0, but the value here is the value at the initial distance is 2.2, x1 is 1.8, y1 is 0. So if you subtract, when I carried out the subtraction, I had 16 minus 0 all over 4 minus, that is at the top, my own gave me 4, and that is 4 minus 1.8, 4 minus 1.8, which gave 16 over 2.2, and I ended up with 7 point, let me cross check. I had I had 7.3, 7.3. So the answer to that, the gradient is 7.3. And remember the way I have showed you, you draw a line to touch this circle only at this point, x equal to 3, a straight line. Then you take, after this, you have to come down here to this and then check the x value, the y value. The way I call x1, y1 is the origin here. The other one is the end point, x2, y2. So the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 16 minus 0 all over 4 minus 1.8. And I got 16 over 2.2, which gave me 7.3. So that's the gradient of the curve. Then we go ahead and check the minimum value of y and the corresponding value of x. Minimum value should be this last point. You trace it to the end here. So from my own answer, I had that should be 1 y equal to 1, while x also is equal to 1. So you can say that B minimum value of y equal to 1, comma, corresponding value of x equal to 1 also. So the minimum value of y is 1, while the corresponding value of x is also 1. So if you plot the graph, you are going to get the exact values as I've shown you how to plot the graph. So we have finally come to the end of the question. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If there's any question, you put it in the comment section so that I'll look at it and then give solution in my next video. In my next video, I'll still treat gradient of a curve, but the shape will be different from what you are looking at. Thank you and God bless you.